name's Andrew Sagartz. I'm the Senior Attorney and Executive Director at BENNU Legal Services. BENNU is a nonprofit legal aid agency. Our tagline is supporting American dreams. I think we have an innovative approach of providing affordable legal services for individuals and their families, as well as small businesses in the area. I started working originally as an attorney more than a decade ago, and I have worked for some pretty big firms. One of them had 400 attorneys. I spent time in Japan, and my wife is from there. And we went through the immigration process with her, and I've always also been interested in small business. So combining those two interests and wanting to make things affordable and work with people on a more direct basis, I founded BENNU as a way to provide support for American dreams on an affordable basis for people. There was a client who came, let's call him Kenji or Ken. He was an experienced executive who had worked for his company in Japan, but he was stationed in the United States for a good decade or so. And he wanted to open up his own business, but he didn't know where to start. So with Ken, he was worried that he and his family might have to return after having settled here for so many years. He had fallen in love with the United States, and he had a very entrepreneurial spirit. He heard about BENNU from a Boston business friend of his. And one thing about the immigration law is it's federal law, so we do have clients who come from all over the nation. But Ken was really worried because he didn't understand the legal system. His English was okay, but not to the point where he could write a business plan, for example. So the first thing I did when I sat down with him was I listened carefully to what he had to say about his dreams of staying in the United States with his family, and then owning and operating his own small business. After that, we were able to get him incorporated with an LLC, which was the best option for him to get his bank account opened and that kind of thing. Then we set out and wrote a business plan for him. He decided that he wanted to found a bed and breakfast that had a niche, boutique, focusing on Japanese and other Asian tourists and visitors, students, for example. So what we did was then, since he made an investment in that business, we were able to get a treaty investor visa for him. So in the end, he was able to launch his company. We successfully obtained a visa for him, and he and his family are still in the United States to this day. The family is very happy that they're able to stay in the United States. I had an email exchange with him last month, and he's running his business. He's involved with the Chamber of Commerce in Boston there, and he's even hired a couple of employees. So we're just delighted that this has all worked out really well for him.